Aloha! This video looks at solving division problems with the standard algorithm. We're going to look at the setup for the standard algorithm, then practice the procedure. A couple vocabulary terms you need to know are dividend, the amount being divided into, divisor, the amount doing the dividing, and you could look at the divisor as the parts or the groups, and the quotient or the answer. And you might look at the quotient as how much is in each group. 8 peanuts between 2 elephants is 4 peanuts per elephant. Dividend, divisor, quotient. When we set up for the standard algorithm, we start with the dividing bar. Let's look at the division bar as a big warehouse. And the dividend is all the peanuts inside the warehouse. And the divisor is all the trucks that pull up to the loading dock to get the peanuts. And your job as plant manager is to divide all the peanuts into equal shares for each truck. Once you have figured out how many peanuts go on each truck, you load an equal share onto the freight elevator where it's brought to the loading dock up top. And that's your quotient. It's ready to be picked up and eaten by the elephants. So that basically is the setup. You put the dividend in the warehouse and park the divisor next to the building. I have 7 trucks and 4,328 peanuts. Now let's look at the procedure. An algorithm is a series of steps used to solve a problem. In division, the standard algorithm uses the same 4 steps over and over. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. It's called the DMSD loop. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. If you have trouble remembering the steps, you can use this saying: dragons must save diamonds. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Before I start dividing, I list my multiples, and you will see why as we work the problem. When dividing, you want to break up the biggest chunks first, so you work from the greatest place to the least place. You work from left to right. In the thousands place, we have a 4, meaning 4,000 peanuts. If I gave each truck 1,000 peanuts, that's 7,000 peanuts. I don't have that much. The last 3 trucks would be empty. That's not fair, and there would be grumbling. So instead, I'm going to start by breaking into chunks of 100. Looking at my hundreds place, I have 43 hundreds. That's 4,000 makes 40 hundreds. And then I have the 3 from my hundreds place. That's another 300. So that's 4,300. Looking at my multiples chart, I can easily see that 42 is the 6th multiple of 7. 4,200 peanuts onto 7 trucks is 600 peanuts per truck. I represent this mathematically by putting a 6 in the quotient above the hundreds place. 42 divided by 7 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. Now everyone is happy, but they don't have a full load. That's why I have to repeat the process. But this time, I'm going to work with groups of 10. How many groups of 10 do I have? Looking inside my warehouse, I see I have one group of 100. I had 4,300. I subtracted 4,200, and there is 100 left. And that is the same as 10 groups of 10. I also have 2 boxes of 10 peanuts up in storage, so I bring them down, add them with the other 10 boxes, and I have 12 boxes of 10. Looking at my multiples chart, I see I can give each truck 1 box of 10 with 5 boxes left over. This is your DMSD loop. We're starting over. 7 comes out of 12 one time. Put your 1 in the quotient above the tens place. This is your division step. 1 times 7 is 7. Your multiplication step. Subtract. 12 minus 7 is 5 boxes of 10. Then bring down your last 8 peanuts. 5 boxes with 10 in each box is 50 peanuts, plus our last 8 peanuts for a total of 58 peanuts. Well, it's time to repeat our DMSD loop. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. We did it with 43. We did it with 12. And now we're doing it with 58. What I want to do now is expand my multiples list until I find a compatible number. I can take 8 groups of 7 out of 58 because 8 times 7 is 56. Once I put 8 more peanuts on each truck, I subtract that from my inventory. 58 minus 56 is 2. I have 2 peanuts left. Now, I could keep those 2 peanuts for myself, but that's not fair and there would be grumbling. So what I have to do is take those 2 peanuts and divide them amongst all 7 trucks. So I put my remainder, the 2 peanuts we had left, over the divisor, which is the 7 trucks, to show that I added 2/7 peanut to each truck. Now each of the 7 trucks have 618 and 2/7 peanut. Our job is done. Ahui ho.